why you shouldn't buy a new build and what you should do instead. Now, if you're an investor, you should definitely not be buying new builds. Okay, new builds are at the top of the price and they're quite often overpriced. Reason being, the developers do deals, they give deposits away, etc. And valuers and mortgage companies know this. So if you were to try and then get an increased value on something with a new build, you wouldn't be able to. You've got to sit in that property for quite some time. Now, if you're looking to buy one for your home and you're going to live there for 20, 30 years and you want a brand new kitchen, brand new house, then yeah, that might make sense. However, I would still argue the fact that you're better off buying a used property and doing something with it. As investors, that's exactly what we need to be doing. We need to be finding properties that we can uplift the value on, we can tweak them slightly, modernize them, bring them back to life, and ultimately add more value. By adding more value, we can make more money. So in a simple form, we buy a property that's currently worth £80,000 because it's worn, it's unmodernized, it hasn't had a new kitchen for 15 years, the carpets haven't been changed for 10 years, and it quite frankly is a bit dull. So what we would then do is go in, modernize it, put in, brand new kitchens, brand new bathrooms, and we would uplift the value to its true market value, which could be 120,000 once it's all completed. We buy it for 80, might cost us 15 grand to refurbish it and get it all in position, so it stands us 95, it's now worth 120. We've made a decent amount of money. With a new build, you can't really do that. The only thing you can potentially do with new builds is extend them and add value that way, but at the same time, you will more than likely still overpay for a new build. It's a common theme. This is the way the developers do it, the way the builders do it. However, as an investor, we just cannot do that, okay? It doesn't fit the model. It won't work for you long term. If you want to make good investments, we need to be buying used properties. It's no different to cars, right? You go and buy a brand new car, as they say, once you drive off the forecourt, it loses 20% of its value. You go and buy a used car, the value doesn't depreciate as much. Now, cars are a depreciating asset. It's not like property where they increase over time. But the methodology is the same. A new build property isn't going to be able to shoot up in price anytime soon. A used property that needs a bit of love and care, we can add value to, and we can enhance the value on those properties. So that's why you shouldn't be buying new builds and what you should be doing instead. If you want to make good money as an investor, the buy, refurbish, refinance, rent, BRRR, as it's known, is a fantastic strategy, something that I've deployed over and over and over again to build up my net asset portfolio. And it is a way of rinsing money through one property, then another one, then another one. And then when you get really good at it, you can actually start attracting investor money in, and that can really accelerate your growth. I talk about this on one of my previous videos, so if you haven't watched that, please go back and watch that. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give me a like, comment. I do reply to all the comments myself, and head over to www.ryankluke.com. There's plenty of free resources over there for you to download.